I got a little problem with my door lock today on this old 97 FLD. Yeah, the key part of it works good, but pushing the button down is real tight, and then pulling the handle open when the button is locked. The other day I got locked in here. I slept in the truck and I had to roll the window down and put the key in, the key lock outside to let myself out. So what I'm going to do, I just took the door handle off, nothing to it, just one of these Torx screwdrivers, and this little washer goes in there behind it first before you put it back on. I'm going to take this screw right here out. I already got it out. I forgot that I could probably do a video on this. And there's a couple more hidden screws here and there. There's one there. I'll just have to look around, see where I can find them at. Maybe there's some missing that should be in there. And the rest of it's just going to pop off like regular door panels in a car. They have the little thing you use a little fork to pop them off with, or you can just use a screwdriver. So I'll go ahead and get ready to start popping that thing off here in a minute. I'm going to start popping this door panel off. You got to kind of slide a screwdriver around in there until you get close to one of those things that's locking it on, because they'll break. So you want to get close to it so you don't break this cardboard thing. This panel is kind of a cardboard press board type of thing. They make a tool for this, but I don't have one. Not all of them are going to come off with the panel, and that's okay. That's what you use a wire cutter for, to carefully pop them back off of there. Let's see if we get the camera on one of these. I'm just going to stick my wire cutter. I just grab it, but I don't cut it, squeeze it hard enough to cut it. Pull it out of there a little bit, and then get underneath it and do it again. And see if we can focus in on it. Yeah, them little things there. They just got kind of a screw in it, and you just screwed the thing into the holes. We got a couple of these are in the middle of this thing. Most of the time they're only on the edge, but this has got some in the middle. And the holes are kind of broken in places. That's okay. We can you just stick the corner of that flex thing, just stick it in there, screw it in there like that, and there's another one's going to go here. I got to pull some more off the door, and one over here. There's a couple on the bottom. That always happens. There's always a couple of those things that stick on the door, and you got to pop them back off and screw them back in that panel. No big deal. You can go to the parts store, AutoZone. They sell them separate. You can bring an old one with you and try to match them up. It's going to be tricky today. It's so windy. I got this thing taped up. I don't remember what kind of a cover there was on it, but apparently mine is gone, and I put tape on it and cardboard. So naturally I got to get my key out of the ignition here and stick it in the door lock. Just work these things back and forth and see what's working and what's not. I'm going to put lithium grease in here, but first I'm going to clean it with WD-40 and air pressure, because it had lithium grease, but it's all dried up. And I got a bungee strap hooked on the corner here, holding the door in place because of this wind. WD-40 alone will do wonders, because with the dry lithium grease in there, WD will melt that grease and make it wet again so that the WD doesn't dry up so fast. But I'm still, while I'm in here, I'm going to try to clean it up a little better. I'm going to spray some WD in the lock cylinder, which I can do some of that right here through this little hole in the back of the cylinder. Work that lock back and forth. Air in there, and it helps push the WD a little farther in places where it didn't go by spraying it. My lock cylinder here, this is a little hole I'm talking about that I'm spraying the WD in. And then of course out here where the key is, put the key in there part way just to open up that dust flap, and then spray WD in there. Lock's moving nice and free. Okay, what I'm doing now is pressing the button down and then opening it with the door handle, which it wouldn't do for me the other day. I'm just going to keep doing that for a little bit. Get some lithium grease in there. Lithium grease, you have to shake the can. Get every little joint. Get it up here in the door lock too, where the thing closes. And if I was going to do a complete job, I'd open up this part of the panel and get these other joints to the cable that goes up there to that handle. And this thing doesn't really have anything on it. It just goes right down to something right there. No need telling how to put it back together. You just put it back together the way you took it apart. I just put the panel back up there. Well, I'm going to close this thing. It looks like there used to be a little thing screwed on there. I got this panel started up here, and I guess I ought to show in case somebody doesn't know. Just get those little keepers lined up with the hole, and then you just hammer them in with your fist. Now these in the middle of the panel, I got to do those before I do the ones on the edges. I can't see in there. Oh, I got to get a flashlight. I can't see. I guess I forgot to turn the camera back on when I came back with the flashlight. Well, that was the end of the video anyway. Thanks for watching.